So the sun has come out and I am able to get on with some more of this. So what I'm doing now is I'm putting in these little battens on the inside of the joists, 5 centimeters down, so that I can put my insulation in. Now I've already done one, just kind of started a bit of a trial run. So you can see the insulation goes in and then I'll tape over, as you see in the corners, and then the board will go on top. So I've got quite a bit to do, but what I want to show you is my special tool that I used. I created this. This goes on here, and my pencil goes in there, and then I can just go, and then I know that that is 5 centimeters from here to here. And then I get my batten and screw it in. So I have made some progress today. It doesn't look like it from first glance, but I do now have all of the little kind of battens attached so that I can get my insulation in without it falling out the bottom. It's working really well so far. They are really snug. They're friction fit anyway. I cut them so that they're friction fit, but I've obviously also just a little bit of extra security, and I've got these battens screwed in at 5 centimeters down from the top. As you can see, I'm foil taping them down as well. So you can see here where I've had to make the 2 frames and bolted them together all the way along with M8 coach screws. And yes, it does, they do poke out the other side ever so slightly, but that's going to be covered up and away from harm's way. In the corners I've countersunk the coach screws, but just in the corners of the frame. So as you can see here, I do not have countersunk coach screws going into the joists, because I am using joist hangers on the other side of that. So they are secured by 8 nails and 2 screws, 200mm screws and 8 nails on the joist hangers, so they should be perfectly fine. Yeah, like I said, I've worked hard today and I'm really tired. I don't know if you guys doing your own builds have similar days where it feels like you've been working for hours and hours and hours, and from a distance it doesn't look like that much progress has been done. So yeah, it's quite difficult building this thing on my own whilst at the same time trying to worry about filming it, recording it. So maybe the videos aren't going to be as frequent, but they'll definitely include the progress that I'm making. So I'm not an expert at this. This is completely DIY. I'm doing my best. I'm taking advice from people who've done this before. I'm taking advice from professionals. So finally the insulation is down. I managed to get this Ecotherm stuff in. I didn't film the actual full process of putting the insulation in because, quite honestly, it's been really bad weather, and when the opportunity has presented itself to come out and actually do some more work, the last thing on my mind is to grab the camera and start filming. Now I know that's the point of a video series on YouTube, but ultimately this isn't really a how-to series. I'm not a professional. I'm not showing you how you're supposed to do this. I'm just telling you how I'm doing it, and you can, you know, follow along, and if you see some things that I've done and you want to do it yourself, then that's great. The next thing to do is going to be get these boards down. So once these boards are down and all straight, then I can trim off the excess and then take it from there. It's the time for the boards now, and I've got 18mm OSB, and I basically made the base so that there's a joist or a noggin for every edge to sit on, and the neighbouring boards will also sit on the same joist. So yeah, I'm going to get started on that now. So I'm screwing this down with, what are these? These are gold screw 4x50. And so there we have it. That is the deck finally completed. It was a bit of a struggle screwing the boards down, simply because it was a lot of bending over, but I've managed to do it. Now at this end there were some boards hanging over, so I've trimmed this end, and I've accidentally gone a little bit too far. I went a little bit too far in at the edge, but do you know what? No one's going to see it. That's going to be covered up by cladding. And yeah, so there's the completed deck. If you want to catch me next time for the walls, please click that subscribe button. I really appreciate it. I'm trying to get 1,000 subscribers, so I'm not far off now. Anyway, see you later.